Hey, everybody. Thank you so much for joining today. I know that I talk about business a lot here on my Facebook page, but today I'm putting on my nurse hat, and I want to talk to you today about adrenal fatigue and how it affects your overall wellness, especially during the wintertime months. So if you don't know me, my name is Liz Pevytoe. I have been a registered nurse for 24 years. A long time, and even though I'm not practicing as a registered nurse currently, it's something that's a part of me. I can't turn it off. So when I see people posting about cold and flu season, which I think is a hilarious term, or being sick, vaccines, my mind starts going, and I start seeing correlations between things. And I feel like one of the best gifts I can give you is to help you, empower you to be informed on how to keep your body healthy and how to stay well during the winter months. So let's get started. If you are watching the replay, type in replay down below. If you are watching live, give me a heart in the comments down below. I'm going to check Facebook really quick to make sure that I am indeed live on the right page, because I've been known to go live on the wrong page. So let's go see real quick. And I don't know if you guys can hear the rain. But my office is in a barn, and I have a metal roof, and so it is raining off and on. I'm hoping that it doesn't get too loud, because there's nothing I can do about that. All right, let me see. Yes. I am live, and I'll be checking to see if I have any questions as I go along. So actually, guys, guess what? I prepared a PowerPoint. I'm like all professional today, so... Okay, let's get started. Let me share this PowerPoint with you, and then I'm going to make myself small. Okay. All right, so let's talk about winter wellness, adrenal fatigue, and supplementation. So you're like, Liz, oh my gosh, what does adrenal fatigue have to do with winter wellness? Let's talk about it. Okay, so why do we get sick more often in the winter? There are a lot of speculations, but the truth is we're not getting exposed to more things in the wintertime. We're getting exposed to the same amount of things all year long. Viruses don't just, double or triple, multiply, whatever in the wintertime, and bacteria. So, in fact, cold weather, like hospitals, have you ever noticed hospitals and daycares a lot of times will keep the temperatures on the cooler side? And that is because it is a known fact that bacteria and viruses don't grow as easily in the cold weather. So if you just look at it from a temperature standpoint, we should see less incidence of bacterial overgrowth, viral overgrowth during the wintertime months, but that's just not the case. So what is the case? I believe the case has a lot to do with our adrenals, and also has a lot to do with vitamin and mineral deficiency. And we're going to talk more about it. So, but specifically, what do the adrenals have to do with wellness? So raise your hand in the comments if you have no idea what the adrenal gland is, or where the adrenal gland is in your body, or what it's responsible for. So I'm going to wait just a second, see if anybody's commenting here. Make sure I'm still live. The rain stopped, so that's a good thing. Okay, so the adrenal glands are these two tiny little organs, organs that sit right on top. They're glands. That's why it's called an adrenal gland. They sit right on top of your kidneys, okay? And the adrenal glands are responsible for secreting several hormones. Two of those hormones are cortisol and adrenal. So get this, adrenaline. So does anybody know what cortisol and adrenaline are both responsible for, and the mechanism in our body that they're responsible for? They are responsible for what's called the fight or flight response, or stress response, okay? So when you release adrenaline, that's when you get a rush of energy, okay? When your body releases cortisol, that's what keeps us aware and alive, like during hunter-gatherer stage in life, like when you need to be on point, when you're in a stressful situation and you need to be keenly aware and very alert, the body will release those two hormones to help, heighten your senses, I guess is a good way to put it. Okay. But it's my sincere belief that because of our lifestyle, I'm going to talk more about this and give you specific examples in a minute. Because of our current lifestyle and because of the choices we make of what we're putting into our bodies, I believe that our bodies are dumping out and releasing more adrenaline and cortisol than is necessary for everyday living. And then we have consequences of becoming depleted in those areas. Okay. So let's move on. I do want to say I am not a doctor. This is not medical advice. These are just things that I have learned in my own personal experience as a nurse, and also my own personal experience with my own body, because I have suffered from severe adrenal fatigue and I've been able to heal my adrenal glands, and I want to help you feel better. Okay. Because my guess is that the majority of people watching this video have some level of adrenal fatigue. Okay, so let's keep going. If you have a medical question, consult the medical doctor. There you go. Okay, so do you have adrenal fatigue? Let's talk about some common symptoms. But before I do, let me say that the medical establishment at large says that there's no such thing as adrenal fatigue. Okay, so if you go to your doctor and you say, I think I have adrenal fatigue, I can pretty much predict your doctor's going to go, there's no such thing as adrenal fatigue. So let's take that into consideration, that the medical establishment at large does not agree with the term of adrenal fatigue. Okay, that doesn't really affect my opinion about that. Okay, but let's talk about it. So common symptoms of people who have experienced adrenal fatigue, like myself, are anxiety, depression. These next two are the biggest ones that I found to be my indication that my adrenals needed some support. And if these things start happening now, I know that I need to provide my adrenals with some support. So a crash around 3 p.m. in the afternoon, and then you suddenly wake up sometime between 3 and 4 a.m. at night. And there's two reasons here. Number one, the crash at 3 or 4 in the afternoon, it's usually because you have given your body some false or overstimulated your adrenal glands by drinking caffeine in the morning or maybe at lunch, and then you're running out of that pseudo adrenaline and cortisol, and then so your body is trying to compensate and makes you tired so that you actually go rest so that your body can heal. But a lot of times what happens when you have that crash at 3 or 4 p.m., what do? You go get another coffee, or you have another caffeinated beverage or Monster or whatever, which is actually adding fuel to the fire. But we'll talk more about that in a minute. And then up at 3 or 4 a.m. again, during the night is when your whole entire hormone system tries to heal. And if it's having a problem, waking up is your body's clue to you something is going on. Okay. Also, some other common symptoms are foggy thinking, lowered libido, headaches, even muscle spasms, abdominal pain. I didn't list everything, but you can just go Google. You know how much I love Dr. Google. You can go Google adrenal fatigue and see if you think this might be something that you're experiencing. Okay, so what contributes to adrenal fatigue? Stress. Remember we talked about that just a minute ago. If you're just now tuning in, please go back and watch the beginning of the video. Absolutely stress. So do you love your job? Do you have a good, peaceful home environment? Are your friends providing you with peace? Does your Facebook timeline provide you with peace, or are you stressed out because people are posting about political nonsense all the time, or religious nonsense all the time, or judgment and hatred or ranting? Protect your space, guys. So stress definitely contributes to adrenal fatigue. Caffeine, I've already talked about that. It does stimulate the adrenal glands and cause the adrenal glands to dump out more cortisol and more adrenaline. Processed foods, again, our kidneys are a filter organ, so when they're having to process extra stuff, medications, alcohol, that's on the list, processed foods, things like that, that's putting more stress on the kidneys. And remember, those adrenal glands sit right on top of the kidneys. So you can imagine if your kidneys are stressed, then that's going to stimulate a reaction within the adrenal glands. Okay, sleep deprivation. Did I spell deprivation right? It doesn't look right. Anyway, so are you getting enough sleep? And are you falling asleep easily? And are you staying asleep once you fall asleep? Those are two questions that you need to ask yourself. And then are you also able to fall asleep and stay asleep without the assistance of a sleep aid of some kind? And then I already mentioned this before, alcohol definitely can contribute to adrenal fatigue. A lot of people will drink alcohol at night to help them relax and go to sleep. But in actuality, alcohol depresses everything, and so you're not actually going into a restful sleep when you have alcohol before you go to sleep. So now the question is, this isn't going to be super long, so how do you heal the adrenals? The first thing I'm going to say is that I'm not going to recommend any supplementation here. I'm not going to recommend any kind of supplements to heal your adrenals, because it's my sincere belief that if you make the environment if you give your adrenal glands the proper environment and your kidneys the proper environment, then they're going to heal themselves. Okay. So definitely take extreme caution before you get on an adrenal supplement, because quite often adrenal supplement can actually push the adrenals into an even more stressful environment. This from my personal experience. I got way worse when I took some over-the-counter adrenal supplements. So this is what has worked for me to help heal my adrenals on their own. Okay, so definitely diet, eating the most fruits and vegetables and clean meats if you can, drinking lots of water, getting lots of exercise, or at least exercise every day, having a great sleep routine, decreasing or eliminating alcohol and caffeine, and using calming techniques or supplements. Now, I know I said I wasn't going to recommend adrenal supplements, but there are over-the-counter supplements you can take that will calm you. So we're not actually looking at adrenal support supplements, but you can look at supplementation that will help calm you. Like magnesium is one of those. Homeopathics are great for that. Some people use essential oils. Some people use, flower essence. So there's lots of, like I said, over-the-counter remedies you can look at and research to see what you could do to help calm you down. Okay. Again, your adrenals, guys, your adrenals will heal themselves if you give them the right environment. So what do you think, how does the adrenal glands affect your immune system? If you're constantly in stress and cortisol is dumping that stress, or your adrenal gland is dumping the cortisol hormone and the adrenaline hormone into your system, and your body is stressed, stress will absolutely positively will affect your immune system, because again, your body goes into what's called fight or flight. Your body will take care of necessary things during fight or flight, like breathing, circulation. It doesn't it's going to put immune system support, white blood cell production. It's going to put all those immune system skills, it's not the right word, functions on the back burner if you are in if your body believes that you're in a stressful situation. So we want to eliminate that stress, heal our adrenals, so that we can then support our immune system. Okay, so now I am going to move on to just a couple more tips I have for you for supporting your immune system, especially during the winter. Again, I'm not going to be recommending any specific supplementation, any brands or anything like that. I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm just trying to empower you to be at your best health. Okay, so digestive enzymes is one of my very favorite ways to support your immune system, which sounds weird to a lot of people, but a lot of our immune system starts in our gut. So digestive enzymes are the enzymes that help you digest your food. So one of the ways you know that you may need to be taking digestive enzymes with your meals is if you are really gassy after a meal, you become bloated after a meal, or you have acid reflux or indigestion after a lot of your meals. Those are big clues. There are other clues, but those are the biggest clues that you probably need to be taking digestive enzymes with your food. And they're just called that. You go to the health food store, go on Amazon, and type in digestive enzymes. Now, I do prefer to take a digestive enzyme that contains bentane HCl, which stands for hydrochloric acid, which is another key contributor to gut health and overall wellness in your entire body. Okay. The next one is diet. We already talked about that with the adrenal, healing your adrenals. So I won't go over that again. Make sure you're drinking plenty of water. And this is a good one, guys. Make sure you're having fun every single day. Watch a funny movie. Do something that really is fun. Okay, because fun makes your body release different hormones, not the cortisol, not the adrenaline, but hormones that are going to, like oxytocin, that are going to make you feel happy and actually will help boost the immune system. So incorporate fun into every single day. Now I am going to talk about a few supplements you can consider. You might want to screenshot this photo, what's this called? Slide. You might want to screenshot this slide. Again, I am not making recommendations. I'm just recommending that you consider these, that you do some research, that you look them up, and if you feel the need to, discuss them with your healthcare provider. So the thing we do every single day in our family, from the time we get our first cold snap, we're in Texas, so we can call it cold snap. First thing we do every day is we take vitamin A and vitamin D. I'm not going to recommend dosages because that's not my thing. I'm just going to tell you what we use. So vitamin A and vitamin D, D3, and we do take it with vitamin K in it. That's just a personal choice. Then if we start every single day, we also take fulvic acid minerals and a little bit of vitamin C. Okay, so most of the time we don't actually take a vitamin C supplement every single day because we have juices that we drink that have lots of vitamin C in it. But fulvic acid minerals, it's not what do a lot of people think I'm saying? I don't know what they think. It's fulvic, Fulvic acid minerals. So it's similar to trace minerals, but they're actually better absorbed in the body. We buy them in a liquid form, add them to our water every single day. So fulvic acid minerals, those are every day, just our winter wellness supplements. Then these are the different things, and just comment down below if you've used any of these things. These things can actually help you when you feel like your immune system has become a little bit compromised. Just trial and error, and also do your research to see which ones you can use, especially if you're on medications. You want to make sure that any over-the-counter is safe to use while you're on medications. But echinacea, colloidal silver, grapefruit seed extract, elderberry, and black seed oil. Those are on the top of my list for immune system support, things we keep on hand all winter to help keep us well all winter. Okay, let me see if I have any questions here. Taking a little break. I'm almost finished. Almost. Okay. All right. So if you have a question, go ahead and type it in because I am almost finished. I know there's about a 30-second to a minute delay. So if you have a question for me, just go ahead and type it in so I can see it when I finish this last slide. So this one is probably the most important slide of all, and that is to watch your words. Our words have power. In the Bible, it says the power of life and death is in the tongue. So it's very, very important that you watch what comes out of your mouth. Like if you feel like you've been exposed to something, one of the most common things that I hear people say is I'm getting sick. And don't say that anymore. Just say, what I have taught my kids to say is I'm fighting off whatever, a cold. I'm fighting off a cold. So I'm fighting it. But even better than that, you could say I'm healed and whole. So don't accept it. Don't let the enemy of your mind proclaim that you are getting sick. Don't do that anymore. And just keep this scripture handy all throughout the winter. 1 John 3:2, it says, "Beloved, I pray that you may prosper in all things and be in health, just as your soul prospers." One of the things I've been really ruminating on and thinking about this year has been, I'm going to go back to just my face. I hope y'all enjoyed my little slides. Okay, so one of the things I've been thinking about and ruminating on this year has been even saying I am healed, because saying I am healed or I will be healed sounds better than I'm sick, right? And most of you know I have a diagnosis of Lyme disease. And so I've been, this year has been really, really tough for me. And now, over the last few weeks, instead of saying I'm healed, because when I say that, I'm accepting that I was sick and need to be healed. So now I have changed what I'm saying, and I'm saying I am whole. I am whole, because it is my intention, it's my belief, it's my declaration that I'm not going to be sick anymore at all. I'm not even going to have the need to be healed. Okay, because I am whole. All right. So anyway, that was just kind of a little rabbit trail side note, but not really. So love you guys. I just wanted to give you guys some tips for getting well this winter, for staying well this winter, for being whole this winter. I hope you found it helpful. Love you guys, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.